Right everyone, I'm going to tell you how I grew one apple in 4 years. That's no joke, one apple in 4 years. Basically, I've got a garden that's quite small and I'm very much passionate about growing fruit. And in Western tradition, especially in England, and I'm sure it's the same in America, that an Englishman's garden is absolutely a paradise. It should be full of flowers, full of fruit, full of homegrown veg, and of course if you go further you can have an allotment, and if you go even further than that you can go up to having full self-sufficiency. Now so what I'm going to show you is how I have got really quite poor soil, but I'm making the best of the world I've got, and it's taken 4 years for my trees to take root, and I've grown a single apple. That's it, a single apple. So let's take a look. And there it is everyone, the majestic single apple. So there we go. And then here I have lots of raspberries, as you can see down here, all tied up. They need to be individually tied up. I actually have 4 apple trees in the garden, so there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then over there they're starting to grow, so you can see on the left there we've got plums, and in the middle I think we've got it's plum and pear. And then I've got to do the exact same thing with that. So you see there, those trees. Basically in Western tradition you have to have a garden that benefits you in both visual ways, but also in food. It must give you food. So as you can see, I'm getting all down with these raspberries, and I'm going to grab the raspberries and I'm going to try my apple. In fact, I shall film me picking the very first apple from my garden. Oh, there it is, the very first apple. It's a wonderful one. I'm happy with that. We had a couple more come up, but they fell off because they just didn't last. So there we go. And the next step is raspberry picking. I'm going to paint that box so it's drying out by the fire. There we go. I'm going to make some stewed apple and raspberry by the fire. There we go, apple and raspberry. So the raspberry go in, all in. I got this a bit I got some of the more riper ones because they're just going to be stewed, and of course I've got to pick that out there. Excuse me, I'll get that out in a minute. There we go. So get rid of that. Core them, just obviously don't put the cores in there, but you can just put the skin on, no problemo. And then you can I'm going to put a slosh of pork. So the apples are from my mother's tree. She has got an amazing collection of apples, so she's added to it. The raspberry and 1 apple's from my garden. The raspberries are from my garden. Let's put some sultanas in from the supermarket, and then let's put a dash of port in there. Let's put 1 port in there. I'll add a little bit of water, and that should stew away. So my task today is paint that black so it matches the house. So lid goes on. Lid on. We've got an escaped raspberry there. You gotta go in, my friend. And then we're gonna set it in the fire, and it'll take no time at all. That gets really hot, that. So I've not put any extra small wood on, and that will stew within 10 minutes max. It'll be all stewed up. And there you go, guys, from garden to fire. So I've cooked it in the other fire, but I've now moved in because it's the evening. I've moved into here, and that'll just stew away very nicely. And let me do that without burning my fingers. Basically it's apple stew. It'll stew up a bit more, then it'll cool down, then I'll get to eat it. And it's really nice on an autumn evening. So there you have it, guys. Basically, in Western tradition, you should grow something in your garden, be it an apple tree, a pear tree, a Victoria tree, a plum tree, anything. Get some strawberries going. It doesn't take much, and it just takes some money off that food bill, and it's totally organic, and you can go as high as you want as full self-sufficiency, or as low as you want till you've got some garden herbs. But there should be something in your garden. So there you go, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about, and let me know what you've done in your garden.